Welcome everybody to Allegient Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada for this Week 5 matchup, the final game before we actually have football on television. It is the winless Houston Texans coming off the bye week, taking on the AFC West 1-3-1 Las Vegas Raiders. Both of these teams looking for big victories. We will see who can bring it home as the flag on the field. National anthem just ended, and each team is set to get things started here. Let's have an excellent matchup today as both these teams take the field. Playoff hopes on the line for both of these squads. A victory is almost extremely necessary at this point for both teams. Who will win, though? That is the question. I will set up a poll. That way you guys can let me know what the audience thinks. And here we go very, very soon. Viper Cobra, what's up, man? Welcome. Consider this the pregame show to tonight, I suppose, if you want to go that far. Anyways, I am going to update everything on my end. Welcome everybody joining me. Hopefully we're having an excellent Thursday night. And I know if it isn't good yet, it's going to get excellent here in about an hour and a half. We have Week 1's kickoff at 8:15. Speaking of kickoff, we are right here as it'll be the Houston Texans starting out with the football, still in search of that first victory. Don't want to become the first 0-17 team. That is what they're trying to avoid today. Daniel Carlson will tee this ball up, getting ready to kick it away. Of course, no more Marlon Mack for the Texans. It is Dameon Pierce. As the kick here from Daniel Carlson, we'll go back to the Texans, and we are underway from Allegient Stadium. A return here taken from the goal line, now to the right side to the 20-yard line. And out comes Davis Mills. Gonna fix the roster really quick. Make sure Marlon Mack is out. Dameon Pierce is in. And we are golden. We'll set up a ball right fast. And can the Texans get their first win of the season? That is what is at stake right now. Of course, the Raiders have been falling off the rails a little bit after that Week 1 win. They are still winless. Can they bring it back is the question. And it all starts right here, so let's get things started. Davis Mills and the Texans fresh off a bye week, still looking for that first victory of the season. Mills will start out through the air as he fires right side. He's got Pierce out of the backfield, and the first catch for the big running back. It's a gain of 5. Where did I put my pen? There it is. Pierce is number 31. Good to know. Glad he got involved early so I can write this down and put the pen down. After the 5-yard catch from Pierce, Mills will go under center and hand off to Pierce, taken right side as he is wrapped up at the 29-yard line. A gain of just 3, and it is 3rd and 2. The first third down of the game belongs to the Houston Texans. It is 3rd and 2. Dameon Pierce in the backfield. We'll get a carry, taking it right side. He's got a first down and more past the 40. He breaks the tackle. 15 yards gained on the second carry from Pierce. Rock Ya-Sin able to rock him up a little bit there at the 44. But still a wonderful carry. Seeing the vision. Who do you think winning tonight? I got the Bills 27-24. Should be a fun one, though. I'm very excited for this game. A new set of downs for the Texans. It is 1st and 10. As Mills will go play action. Now going to fire right side. He's got Farrell Brown, I believe that is his side end. Gain of just 3 out of the backfield. I don't know how I remembered him, but I did. He used to play for the Browns. Fun fact. Of course, a lot of players have probably played for the Browns at some point in their career, or at least been on the squad. 2nd and 7 now for Houston, trying to get into Raider territory as Pierce will deliver a carry inside the 40-yard line. He has a wonderful carry on his 3rd. Continue as much through the halls, yelling, Queen is dead. Yeah, crazy times. And I'm not even joking when I say this, right? One of my friends, we're going to send a picture to one of our group chats about her health conditions. First and 10 for the Texans from the Raider 36. Handed the ball right back to Pierce, who's got another hole right side. He runs into a slew of Raider defenders. 10 yards per carry. But yeah, we were in the I was in like my advisory class, which is like a free period basically, and he sent that to the chat. Like she was under surveillance or whatever for her health. We were predicting the day that she would die, and she ended up dying like an hour later. That's crazy. Halfway through the first quarter, Davis Mills going under center as Rex Burke headed into the game. Davis Mills gonna roll to his right side, stepping way back. He takes a sack, and it's a loss of 14 yards. Davis Mills, a little bit of inexperience. You've just got to get rid of that football if nothing's down the field. And that is a huge sack on the play. Could not quite tell what that is. Anyways, if you predict correctly, no. He said January 3rd, 2023. I said it's September 27th, so I was the closest. But fortunately, incorrect. But yeah, rip the Queen, man. Third and a long, 19 yards for the Houston Texans. Davis Mills will go back through the air. Here comes the pressure up the middle. He is hit as he throws, but the pass downfield is caught. What a ridiculous grab by Brandon Cooks. How did he haul that one in? Triple coverage, and he still brings it down. The pass was excellent, but let's talk about the catch a little bit. Triple coverage, and Cooks comes down with it. That is not easy. Do a show every week where you compare the actual game outcomes to what happens to your Sims. I'd love to, except my free time is at a bare minimum. I'm at school from, give or take, 7:30 to 2:30. I drive to practice from 3 to 5, come home, shower, get done at 5:30. Then I sit down, edit, and then I stream. And not to mention games tonight. The Texans inside the Raider red zone from the Vegas 14. Davis Mills for the third consecutive time will pass across the middle. He goes. He's got Cooks again as he is down to the 7. Favorite teams, the Texans? Well, hey, good luck to your team today. Welcome to the stream. A good opening drive so far for them. Yeah, not going to lie, they are the only team that has not won a game yet in the Sim season, but hey, they could get one here. Second down and 3. The Texans trying to jump out to a quick start. Davis Mills will send Damian Pierce in motion to his left. Who was left unmarked for a moment. Now marked up. Davis Mills looking to pass here. Pressure coming. He fires left side. It is caught. And it'll be first and goal. Nico Collins on the catch. The Michigan graduate. A gain of 3. Barely picks that one up. Anyways, who's winning tonight? I should have made that the poll instead. Who you guys got tonight? What's the score going to be? First and goal for the Texans in the I formation. Has a handoff to the fullback up the middle. He is stuffed at the 2. Through the Saints, the Aints, and they were still my favorite team. Dang. That's some loyalty right there. See if the Texans want to take this to the end of the quarter. If they want to get a playoff, looks like they will get a playoff. The 11th play of this long drive, almost taking an entire quarter. As Mills will fire to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Pharaoh Brown. And what a commanding opening drive from Davis Mills. The Texans have been struggling to get off to a hot start in the first 6 weeks, and that drive is just what they need. A long drive that ends at a touchdown. And of course, the Raiders now will get the ball back, but just 8 seconds left in the first quarter. What a drive that was. Jeremy Fairbairn now on for the extra point to make it a 7-0 Texan lead. The kick is on its way, and it is good. And the Texans go 12 plays, 79 yards in 5 minutes, 49 seconds. Davis Mills, perfect. And the Texans lead 7-0 early. Rams 38, Bills 34. Yeah, probably pretty accurate. I don't think it's going to be very low scoring. I think it'll be a pretty up and tempoed game. So that should be a lot of fun to watch. 34-31 Bills. Yeah. It's kind of around my prediction. Yeah. Whatever I was going to say. Love commentary, reasonable entertainment. Appreciate that, man. Jeremy Fairbairn now on for the kickoff. As now the Las Vegas Raiders will have their first opportunity to score offensively. The return here taken to the right side of a big hit absorbed at the 18. You'll come to find that nobody in this game can return kickoffs unless you're the Chicago Bears and you take one to the house. But that's the Devin Hester effect. The only team still that has returned a kickoff for a touchdown, and that was in the very first game of Madden 23. What a game that was, too. The final play of the first quarter will be the first offensive play for the Raiders here. A stretch play to Josh Jacobs as he is hit hard in the backfield. No gain on the play. And that brings us to the end of one. The Texans on offense for almost the entire quarter. Lead 7-0. Second and 10. Derek Carr under center. Josh Jacobs in the backfield as Carr will step back. Look at the pass. Here comes the pressure. And he goes down. It's Petrie in the backfield. Jalen Petrie. Well, it's the free safety blitz, and he was a free runner to the quarterback. Jalen Petrie gets there before any blockers do, and the Raiders lose significant yardage. Exoff, what's up, man? Welcome. You changed your profile pic. Caught me off guard a little bit. Are you just preparing that profile pic for when Chili Edits comes in here and tries to argue about Cowboys and 49ers stuff? I understand. 3rd and 18 for the Raiders, backed up to their own 10 after the sack. 3 receivers right and 1 left for Derek Carr. He will pivot now, fire left side it is. Incomplete intended for Devontae Adams. And what a possession defensively for the Texans. -8 yards allowed on that drive, and it is an early 3-and-out. Texans playing good today. Playing like they want to win a game. In a competitive AFC division, or conference rather, they really have to. A.J. Cole on for the punt, standing in his own end zone. He will get this one away with the right foot, and the Texans will regain possession as a return here from the 40. Taken to the left side a little bit. To the 47-yard line is the return man, and out comes Davis Mills, an early 6-for-6 start. Looking to add to it. You know what? It's football season. Even if your team sucks, like I'm a Browns fan, I've had to experience a lot of awful seasons, but still love football. Football is just still the most beautiful sport. So, gotta love it. The Texans starting out with excellent field position, already up 7-0. Looking to increase their lead here. Davis Mills dropping back from the center. Firing right side. It's caught by Cooks as he steps at the 45. So you guys are pretty close. I mean, how far is Houston from Dallas? And I guess Dallas doesn't even play in Dallas. They play in Arlington, but whatever. 2nd and 2 now for the Davis Mills-led Houston Texan offense. As Dameon Pierce taking a carry, now cutting it back up the middle. Look at the energy from the running back. 10 yards gained on that carry. Dameon Pierce, he's been an exciting running back to watch. 50 yards already. Yep. A lot of people are keeping us way under the radar this season. I think we're going to surprise a lot of people like the 2020 season. I hope we make the playoffs, but, you know, hopefully Stefanski's smart about the schemes he runs. 1st and 10 from the Raider 35-yard line. Davis Mills will go back through the air as the pressure coming towards him. He steps to his right side, feeling the pressure, just had to get rid of it, and he gets it successfully out of bounds. Thought that may have been picked for a second. 49ers and Raiders fans. Interesting. I can't really say I dislike one fan base too much. Even as a Browns fan, you might think, like, I hate the Steelers, something like that. Like, yeah, of course I hate the team, but their fans, honestly, are not as bad as a lot of people think. 2nd and 10, Davis Mills in the shotgun. As Pierce in the backfield will now leave to the left side. Mills will fire to the right sideline, incomplete. Yeah, Browns should be good next year. Yeah. I don't know. Schedules, they can be misleading because not every team's the same team they were last year. We're probably going to find that out very quickly tonight. 3rd down and 10 for the Texans. An empty backfield for Davis Mills as he's looking to go through the air for the 3rd consecutive play. Rolling to his right side. Here goes Max Crosby, and he knocks him out of field goal range. 14 yards lost again. Colt fan, hate the Pats. Yeah, understandable. I'd say if there was one team I had to hate, it would be the Broncos, but that was so long ago that John Elway beat the Browns twice. I can't even be angry about it. Wasn't even alive to see it, so. PS5. Which is why it's next gen, which is why the stream hopefully looks pretty good. But yeah. And, you know, you don't really need much to be a pretty substantial YouTuber. You just gotta have what you have, you know. Cameron Johnston on to punt this one away as he takes a slow snap, and the punt almost blocked a flag down on the play. This is going to be roughing the kicker, and the Texans may maintain possession. And they will. Well, we haven't seen that one yet. Farrell on the roughing the kicker. You just can't do that on 4th and 24. PS4 was the exact same gameplay as last year. Yeah, I know. I was on current gen for Madden 22. So, weeks 1 through 5 of the sim were all done on Madden 22. So, we're halfway through the second week of Madden 23 sims. And honestly, this game's doing it a lot better. Pretty happy with how this game's done it so far. Of course, it's not perfect, but whatever. The Texans given a gift and given new life. First and 10 from the Raider 34-yard line. Mills will set a man in motion. And now hand off to Pierce up the middle. He is hit hard and a loss of a yard. I didn't think this game had the ability to call roughing the kicker, but apparently they do. Madden surprises me every day. Second down and 11. 3 receivers left and 1 right for Davis Mills as he hands off to Rex Burkhead with a wonderful spin move up the middle. He picks up 4 yards. I think Madden's being more cognitive of their roster updates this season, which is very nice. Doesn't make the next Madden feel like a yearly roster update. Kind of levels it out a little bit. It is once again 3rd down for the Texans. 3rd and 7 as Davis Mills, feeling the pressure of 4, will fire right side. He's got it complete for a first down. And maybe John Mechie, I actually don't know for sure. It is not. Johnson on the catch. That's who it is. Might be an upset. It could be with ease. See the new uniform they had on Madden? I did not. I've actually not gotten the update yet. This is the non-updated version. Ooh. And the Raiders will challenge the play. Did the receiver get both feet down inbounds and maintain the ground? Looks like he got both feet in from that angle. We'll see where the football is first. Left foot there. Ooh, maybe that toe was out of bounds. Kind of hard to tell. Let's see what the officials have to think. Oof, tough break. Here is the call on the field.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So 4th down upcoming, and the Texans will kick a field goal. After the Raiders successfully challenge, it is a 48-yard attempt from Jeremy Fairbairn here to put the Texans up by 2 possessions. The kick is on its way, and it is good. Nice little 48-yarder from Fairbairn is up and good. And the Texans lead by 10. This has to be the biggest lead they've had all season. I'm not even sure I could have told you the last time they led a football game. Maybe 3-0 against the Colts in week 1. But they've been down for the count since the first quarter in almost every game. But here, pitching a shutout so far, up by 10. Good for Houston. They deserve something. See if their defense can go back to work. -8 offensive yards for the Raiders so far. It has just been awful to have to watch that team. Since that week 1 upset against the Chargers, which easily could have been a loss, in that tie against the Broncos in week 4, it's been all downhill. Fairbairn on for the kickoff once again, as the Las Vegas Raiders will return this one from the goal line, looking for their first points of the game still. This return taken up the middle. Not a bad return to the 25, and on comes Derek Carr for his second possession. I feel like the Raiders have had the ball for like, I don't know, maybe a minute, if that. Really hasn't been much. And hence why the Texans have all the momentum right now. I guess not all of it, but they have momentum nonetheless. The Raiders offense back on the field. Now they trail by 10 points, the biggest Texan lead of the season. As the jet sweep to Hunter Renfro on the left side, he will try to cut back inside, and he is hit hard by Christian Kirksey. He had the edge right there. Not a great choice to cut back. Gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd and 4 upcoming. See if we get a playoff before the 2-minute warning. And we will. 2nd down and 4. Derek Carr wants one more snap before the 2-minute warning, as he will look to go through the air. Across the middle he goes. He's got a man for a first down. Hunter Renfro. Let's go, Duncan. 2 minutes left exactly for the Raiders. See if they can score before the half. 1st and 10. Derek Carr in the gun. 2 receivers left and right as the Texans bring pressure. Carr goes across the middle. He's got a man past midfield. It's DeMarcus Robinson. I know that's absolutely wrong. DeMarcus Robinson is no longer a Raider, isn't he? He's a Raven. Matt Collins, excuse me. I knew better. He did play for the Raiders, though, right? Yeah, he's still on my roster. Matt Collins actually on that last catch. Now from the 45. Derek Carr gonna go for it all to the end zone. The pass is incomplete, but a flag down on the play. And this one could put the ball on the 1-yard line. And it will. Wow. I don't know about that one. Injury on the play, though. After a pass interference call, the Raiders on the 1-yard line. Josh Jacobs in the backfield here on 1st and goal. He will take a carry left side. He is stuck up at the 1. How was that pass interference? That ball was not even catchable. Texans versus rest. Facts. Facts. Oh, they could still get a stop here. See what happens. Just over a minute left in the first half. The Texans defense trying to hold as Jacobs carries up the middle. He will find the end zone, and the Raiders have brought it back to a 1-score game. That's unfortunate. That was a Mickey Mouse call, as they call it. The extra point from Daniel Carlson to make it a 10-7 Texan lead. The kick is up and it is good. So now Houston, with a minute 07, has a chance to go down the field and create a score of their own. Uh, 0-5, they had a bye week last week. Yeah, that is true. They may have scored a field goal, but not a touchdown. Daniel Carlson now punting this one, or excuse me, kicking this one back to the Texans. They're return here, taken from the 4-yard line as Houston's lead diminished down to 3. A big hit at the 23. And out comes Davis Mills. Dameon Pierce with some excellent stats in this game. 8 yards per carry. Yeah, the Texans, the last winless team in the NFL. We'll see if they can get their first victory here. Of course, the Patriots were one of them as well, up until, I believe, week 6. They played the Browns, beat them. Shocker. Browns have lost 5 straight, by the way. 58 seconds in on 3 timeouts for Davis Mills and the Texans to go the distance. As Mills will start out guns a sling and pressure coming. He fires left side in motion. There's a man past the 40. It's Nico Collins. Houston burns timeout number 1 wisely, and that's an excellent start to the drive. Davis Mills is more sharp in this game than he has been all season combined. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. Colts could be a Mickey Mouse team. 50 seconds left now for the Texans. They burn their first timeout. The Raiders only rush 3. A little design screen thrown to Rex Burkhead as he will find his way to the 49-yard line, unable to get out of bounds. The Texans will burn their second timeout. But yeah, Houston has held a lead for an entire quarter. That's something to be proud of. They've done well as well. Honestly, defensively, they've held their own for the most part. One bad call is all that's hurting them so far. 2nd and 5. The Texans looking for Raider territory for the 3rd consecutive possession. Davis Mills sticking to that arm as he fires right side. What a beautiful pass to Johnson. Another toe tap for Johnson on the sideline. And the Texans are back into Raider territory. Is that Teron Johnson? Or am I stupid? Yeah, it is. It really is. It's on my chart right here. Davis Mills has that dog in him right now. The Texans saving a timeout as the receiver able to get out of bounds. Davis Mills will drop back from center. Pressure coming. He fires right side. He's got a man. Pharaoh Brown inside the 25. And he's not going to get out of bounds quite yet. So it looks like the Texans will either have to burn a timeout or hurry up to the line. One of the two. Jonathan Abram on the tackle. Let's see what the Texans decide to do. 15 seconds left. The Texans in hurry-up mode, trying to preserve their final timeout. Davis Mills looking to pass, going to throw right side. It is caught as Pierce drags the toes out of bounds. Well, considering I've done this for 6.5 weeks at this point, a lot of these players are pretty quick with me. Their numbers, their hair a lot of times too. Obviously, skin color is a factor. 8 seconds remaining. The Texans can't spend too much time on this play. They do want to attempt a field goal if they don't convert here. Davis Mills going to throw right side. It is caught out of bounds. And now Houston will attempt a field goal. I'd love to see the Texan upset here. I really would. That would make the Raiders one of the worst teams in the AFC. That tie is the only thing holding them up from being the worst. Jeremy Fairbairn now on for his 2nd field goal attempt. He was good from 48. And this one from 34. The kick is on its way, and it is good. And the Texans will take a 6-point lead into the break, as the Raiders will get the ball to start half number 2. The Texans do have some momentum with them into the half. As both teams' special teams trot onto the field, we will begin half number 2. Josh McDaniels cannot be happy with how his team's done so far. He's always been one of those coaches that I thought deserved a head coaching spot, but it's going to be a very skeptical season for him. So, we'll see how he does. Just happy that the Browns have been able to maintain the coach for the last 2 years, somehow. Jeremy Fairbairn now on for the kickoff. The Texans lead by 6, but the Raiders can take the lead on this possession. No return here. He taken it in the end zone, and out comes Derek Carr. Little Mickey Mouse drive to end the second half there for the Raiders as they score a touchdown. Texans do drive the field and kick a field goal, though. Still no turnovers in this game either. Let's see if we can see a pick or a fumble. Despite just 23 total yards of offense, the Raiders can take the lead on this drive as Carr sets Renfro in motion. He will take a jet sweep to the right side. He avoids one tackle and picks up a first down. 11 yards gain on the jet sweep. Hunter Renfro is a draft steal, by the way, fantasy draft. Oh, I forgot I gotta set my lineup tonight. Or at least review it, see if I'm satisfied with it. Got to get to that. I'm in like 4 different leagues. 5 if you count the 4-man league I did at school today because we were bored during class. So set up a little draft on Yahoo, and we can't even start that until week 2 apparently. It's too late to start today, even though no games have happened yet. It's pretty stupid. The Raiders picking up just their 3rd first down of the afternoon. That is not by virtue of penalty. Hunter Renfro will pinch in at the bottom of your screen. Derek Carr will fire through the air. Right side, he's got Darren Waller across midfield. Breaking tackle, staying on his feet to the 40. And the Raiders right back into Texan territory. Doshin Tai, welcome in. You made it just in time for half number 2. Texans currently pulling off the upset. See if they can finish the game off. Under 5 to play now in the 3rd. Derek Carr will retreat back to the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left side as he will fire right side. It is caught by Darren Waller coming back for it. That was a dangerous pass. But with one of the best tight ends in the NFL, that's a guaranteed catch. That was truly tight coverage. May have been Christian Kirksey on the coverage. Yes, Devontae Adams has been shut down in this game, though. No catches for him so far. 1, I guess, target. But it was incomplete. Actually, 2. 1 was pass interference. Derek Carr will go under center. A stacked box to the left here for Josh Jacobs as he takes a carry right side. He runs into a brigade of Texan defenders. Just 1 yard gained. Call it 2. 2nd and 8 upcoming. 4 carries, 4 yards, and a touchdown. Got to be one of the most odd stat lines. And it can't fit anybody better than Josh Jacobs himself. As a former fantasy owner, I understand wholeheartedly. 2nd and 8. Derek Carr back to the gun. We'll fake a handoff here to Jacobs. Going play action, firing to the end zone. The pass is caught in the end zone. What a ridiculous catch that was. And the Raiders an extra point away from taking the lead. It's DJ Turner on the one-on-one catch. He climbs the imaginary ladder on the corner and makes a brilliant catch in the back of the end zone. See, I did not know that dude's name. Packers fan 2016 O'Day. Extra point here from Daniel Carlson to give the Raiders their first lead. The kick is on its way, and it is good. And somehow, despite having under 100 yards of total offense, the Raiders have a 1-point lead. Move the mic a little bit closer to my face. Let's do a little bit of that. Hopefully that sounds good. He returned a punt. I feel like I remember that for some reason. Who did they play that game? Was it Rutgers? Because I really feel like I saw something like that I remember. Like, I'm just now getting like flashbacks. I hardly watch college football either. Daniel Carlson on to kick this one back to the Texans, who trail for the first time today, despite having some excellently put together drives. As the return taken to the right side, only to the 17. Howard, that's who it was, yeah. 79-0. Wow. Oh, I remember that game too. That was like one of the biggest margins of victory in NCAA history. Of course, the Georgia Tech one back in like God knows when, where they won. They played like Cumberland or something like that. They won like 200-something to nothing because all the players actually feared that team so badly. Davis Mills and the Texans back on the field. They are trailing by a point in the middle of the third. Davis Mills staying poised in the pocket, delivering a strike right side. Almost intercepted. 2:22-0, that's what it was. Yeah. That is a crazy stat line. How does it get that bad? I don't know. 2nd and 10, Davis Mills and the Texans will go right back to the same formation. Try it out again as a screen pass thrown here to Rex Burkhead. He's got some room to work with, surging his way forward near the line again. It'll be 3rd and inches. The other team genuinely gave up from the start. Like, there were so many injuries in this game because this one team is so like testosterone based. The other team just got legitimately scared. So 3rd and inches for Houston. It is an important 3rd down for them to convert. As Mills will fire across the middle. He's got Pharaoh Brown as he fumbles the football. It is picked up by Vegas. Return down the right side. Mills the only man to beat, and he pushes him out of bounds at the 7. Pharaoh Brown losing possession, and it's the safety Jonathan Abram on the recovery. Okay, so regardless here, even with a touchdown and an extra point, still a 1-possession game. So that sucks, but it is what it is. Our first turnover of the game will go to the Texans, unfortunately. We're all Houston fans at this point, though. Let's be honest. The Raiders recovering the first turnover and setting up shop. 1st and goal at the 7. With 3 minutes remaining in the third, Derek Carr will go through the air to the end zone. He goes. It is caught by Davante Adams, and he's got a touchdown for the black and gold. Anybody else see the game stutter like that? It happens all the time now. Maybe that's what the update's for. Did I say black and gold? I'm an idiot. He is not a Steeler. The extra point from Daniel Carlson to make it an 8-point Raider lead. The kick is up and it is good. All it took was one play and 7 yards. Yeah, I know what I said. Is it like black and silver? Is that what they call it? Silver and black? Black and gray? I don't know. I feel like Raiders fans will probably like kill me and eat me if I were to refer to them as a different color than what they are. I'm shocked he got his feet down there, I'm not going to lie. I thought that one might be reviewed, but apparently not. Carlson once again on for the kickoff. Now the Raiders lead by 8. Houston really has to bring it back. 14 unanswered points for the Raiders as this return taken up the middle. Not a bad return, though, to the 23. Still plenty of time left. Mills taking the field once again. And here we go. If we could have a play here, that'd be excellent. You know, football is pretty important. We should probably play the sport. There we go. Despite the Texans having significantly more yards of total offense, the Raiders lead by 8 in an interesting game as Pierce takes a carry up the middle. He's got a gain of 6. Favorite NFL game? Gotta be the Browns-Steelers wildcard game. Although I didn't feel as much joy that night as I did when we punched our ticket to the playoffs. That night was still... Maybe just because I couldn't believe what I was watching, but yeah, probably that night. Davis Mills will go under center. Damian Pierce in the backfield looking for his 8th carry. He will not get it here as Mills will go through the air, rolling to his left. Here comes Crosby, and he's got him in the backfield. It's sack number 2 for Max Crosby. A huge loss, and it is 3rd and 15 upcoming. Under 2 to play in the third. Davis Mills backed up to his own 18-yard line. It is 3rd and 15. Mills will go through the air. Here comes pressure again. Mills rolls to his right, stepping up, throwing, and he is inaccurate, and the Texans will punt. Pack Cardinals 2021, yeah. Bills Texans wildcard. Yeah, it was a wild game. Cameron Johnston on for the punt as the Texans trail by 8. They don't want to make it any worse. No roughing the punter on this occasion. As return here taken by Hunter Renfrow from the 40. He will try to bounce it outside, but he is unsuccessful. And the Raiders will take over on offense. Unfortunate for the Texans. They've dominated this game. But the Raiders have all the momentum and the lead. Trying to make it a 2-possession game here. Will the Texans win a game this season? We'll have to look at their schedule. They still play the Jaguars. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Derek Carr in the gun as Jacobs will leave the backfield. Derek Carr feeling the pressure around him, goes across the middle. He's got Darren Waller at midfield. He lost the football, and the Raiders somehow recover. Oh. Rasul Douglas has been going crazy in the sim, too. Not going to lie. That could have shifted the momentum quite a bit. 2nd and 7 after the almost scary fumble there for the Raiders. Derek Carr goes under center, and he will look to pass once again. Going to fire across the middle. It is too much for Davante Adams. He changed the profile pic again. He's slow for a punt return. Yeah, true. Well, big stop upcoming here for the Texans. They need one. 3rd and 7 for the Raiders. The Texans defense needing a big stop. Trying to keep this one a 1-possession game. Derek Carr backing up in the pocket. A flag down on the play. Carr goes deep down the left side. The pass is caught. What a ridiculous catch by Davante Adams. But not sure that this one will stand. And it will not. So 3rd and 17. Unfortunately, the Raiders will try again after an acrobatic catch from Devontae Adams. Derek Carr now on 3rd and 17. Will fire to the right side. It is caught, but nowhere near the line to gain, and the Texans will get the ball back. Devontae Adams in a 1v1, that is something you can't do. Amir Abdullah, the Nebraska one-shot wonder on the carry. A.J. Cole on for the punt on 4th and 8. One of the final plays of the third quarter. As he gets this one away with the right foot, this punt will go out of bounds at the 24-yard line. So the Texans still plenty of time. They've got just over a quarter to score 8 points. Maybe for better field position. I kind of understand in this circumstance. Don't want to risk a pick six, but same time, you just saw what Devontae Adams did on 3rd and 7. Do it again on 3rd and 17. Davis Mills and the Texans back on the field for one last play in the third quarter. As Mills will fire left side, he's got Farrell Brown, the man who just fumbled the football. This time he will secure it tightly and gain 9 yards. So, 2nd and 1, we will switch sides of the field to begin quarter number 2. 2nd and 1 for the Texans. It is starting to get dark in Vegas. A handoff here to Pierce to the left side. He's got a first down. Stiff arming a man and staying on his feet. His 8th carry. Good for just over 3.5 yards. This game could see overtime, which normally I'd be all up for that, but today there's a football game I got to catch, so we'll see what happens. Mills and the Texans still have life here, needing a touchdown and a 2-point conversion on this drive. Davis Mills will fire left side. He's got a man, and he is near midfield. He will find the midfield marker. It is Phillip Dorsett. No, Brandon Cooks. Well, I had a 50-50 shot. Actually, less than that, but whatever. Look close enough to me. Anyways, 5 minutes left to play in this one. An empty backfield for the Houston Texans. From midfield, Davis Mills taking a chest-high snap, firing across the middle. He's got Rex Burkhead, who has a gain of 4. Well, I'm going to say this game comes down to a turnover. Not going to say how it happens, where it happens, who it happens to, but it's going to happen. Got a very strong feeling. Now 2nd and 6. The Texans back into Raider territory for the first time this half. Davis Mills feeling the pressure, will fire left side fast. It is caught. And a first down to Tyron Johnson. It's Tyler Johnson? Oh, I've been reading off the Raiders thing for his name. Yeah, the Raiders have a Tyron Johnson. They have a Tyler Johnson. So, interesting there. The Texans have a new set of downs once again. Under 4 to play in the final period. Davis Mills will drop back from center. Good blocking for now. He fires right side. He's got Farrell Brown at the 36-yard line. Apparently that's at the 35, but okay, Madden. Seems like a Texans thing. Seems about accurate. But no, this game's going to come down to the 2-point conversion, I have a feeling. 2nd and 7. Mills moving with a sense of urgency. Rex Burkhead in the backfield will now leave to the right side. Mills will fire a pass deep left side. It is caught inside the 20-yard line. What a huge catch for Johnson. This Tyler Johnson dude's been crazy. 3 catches, 37 yards. He's had some important catches, though, not going to lie. Davis Mills putting that back shoulder fade on the money as the Texans back inside the Raider red zone. Halfway through the fourth quarter, Mills will stick through the air as he fires a pass way too high to the right side as Johnson made his best effort to catch that one. But it's incomplete. The 27th pass attempt for Davis Mills. That's a lot. Not going to lie. My voice is also starting to die a little bit. .250 remaining. It is 2nd and 10. Rex Burkhead checks in once again. A man set in motion to the right side. That is Nico Collins. It's Rex Burkhead getting a carry. Burkhead? Yeah. Burkhead getting a carry up the middle. Just going to be yard. And a huge third down upcoming. It is all low 4 down territory. So this essentially, not the most important play. They can probably run it, pick up some yards, try it again on 4th. 3rd and 9, a huge 3rd down for the Texans. Davis Mills goes under center with Damian Pierce in the backfield. He will hand off to Pierce up the middle. A hole opens up and he's inside the 10. What a gutsy call running the ball on 3rd and long, and it pays off. I don't know. You talking about like the accuracy thing? Probably not, because it really wouldn't affect anything. But I don't know. That'd be kind of cool, I guess. Anyways, we've reached the 2-minute warning. I have a really good feeling the Texans are going to score here, but it will come down to the 2-point conversion. The Texans need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie things up on this possession. As Mills goes play action, standing tall in the backfield. Has the pressure coming, he rolls left, throws left, it is caught. But a loss on the play, not worth it. Farrell Brown catches it inbounds and the clock continues to tick. Anthony Everett on the tackle. Loss of 2 on the play. It is 2nd goal now. No huddle here for the Texans. 3 receivers right and 1 left for Davis Mills. As Pierce in the backfield behind him will now leave. Mills feeling the pressure. Going to throw to Pierce across the middle. He's got it complete down to the 3. Little check down works. But it is 3rd down once again. And this is a big 3rd down as well. Here we go. The Texans still in hurry up. It is 3rd and goal, and a big one at that. As Pierce will not get the carry. Mills going play action. Looking for an open receiver. There are none. He will fire. Back corner, out of bounds it goes. And it will all come down to this. By the way, they're not kicking this. Just the animation. Don't worry about it. Promise. Unless they want to use their timeouts defensively, which they will not. 4th and goal, the biggest play of the game. Davis Mills in the gun. As Pierce will now go out left. Mills alone in the backfield. The Texans needing to score here with a minute left. Mills will fire end zone. It is batted up and incomplete. The coverage from the Raiders pays off, and they take over on downs. Textbook defense. Free stream, like to give you something? All right. Sounds good. Well, we'll see what happens with the final. There could still be a safety or something big here. The Texans do have 3 timeouts, so they could get the football back with decent field position. Now the Raiders, they do take over on downs if they are backed up at their own 3. A handoff here to Jacobs up the middle. He is stuffed at the 3. And the Texans burn timeout number 1. This game's still alive, though. Not completely out of reach. Needing a big stop here. Yo, Doshinside, thank you for the $2, man. Appreciate it. Hey, man, your contributions make me happy. It's a double standard here. Appreciate it, man. Under a minute to play. The Texans down to their final 2 timeouts. As Jacobs takes a carry up the middle, and he will have a 1st down, icing this game. Unfortunate. They didn't run it once in the red zone. I know. Crazy. All these teams seem to do that. Their running back averages like 8 yards a carry, then they stop giving it to him. Like, why? Why would you do that? But they sure do it. That'll definitely do it. A heartbreak for the Texans once again. Unfortunate. The Raiders will need maybe 1 or 2 more plays as a handoff here to Jacobs' right side. He's wrapped up. Texans burn their final timeout. I don't think it'll matter, however. Unless, of course, the Raiders want to pass the ball or lose the ball on a fumble. See what happens. I think they could probably start taking knees at this point, though. Who knows? Nonetheless, what a pretty entertaining game, though. Not a bad one. And they will line up in victory formation. Deservedly so. Their first win since week 1, and their first non-loss since week 4. As that is knee 1 of 2. Derek Carr will need another one to end this one officially. But anyways, not a disappointing performance from the Texans. It is a tough place to win at Allegient Stadium. Derek Carr under center for his final kneel down. Derek Carr will take one last knee, and that will do it. The Las Vegas Raiders back on track. Their first win since week number 1. as they improve to 2-3-1 with the victory. Unfortunately for the Texans, despite a fast start, they fall to 0-6. $50 for Raiders. Well, W for you, I guess. Anyways, that is going to do it for this stream. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I do appreciate everybody's watching. And, of course, those who died, thank you for the donation. Show me for tomorrow's game at 8 p.m. Eastern. It is the Seattle Seahawks, led by Geno Smith. And I believe I saw that was the Chargers. Yes, it is. So another AFC West team. Anyways, yes, thank you all so much for tuning in. And I will